hotel?
We had a beach hotel, and people were sleeping in the hotel when the demolition started. We didn't have time to take the fridges from the rooms, the TVs from the walls, the mattresses from the beds, the pictures on the walls. You know, you didn't have time to take the plates from the kitchen. I mean, that's how tragic it was. And, you know, one would have thought.
Wow. So what's your road to recovery?
So, you know, they say, success in life is not determined by the good things you do and the accolades you receive. They're determined by the challenges you face and how you overcome them, right? And one of the things I learned when I was in school was, you know, a crisis, never waste a crisis, because a crisis is a good time for opportunity. The other side of a challenge is an opportunity. So one has to figure out how to overcome its challenges and figure out what next. So when something like this or anything happens, it doesn't affect you in such a devastating way. You know, when I count the losses of what has happened with the demolition of the beach, on the face of it, it sounds like a $30 million loss, but it's not. I mean, this is probably $60, $70, $80 million loss. And then on the outside as well, all the people around and the effect is probably, you know, $200 to $300 million of other people's investments. You know, I had calls from 3 different presidents, African presidents, during this crisis. I didn't know them from anywhere. They literally found through their consuls, found me, made the call, said, sorry, I hear what happened. Tell me a little bit more about it. Are you willing to come to a country like ours?
Oh, wow.
So that's an opportunity in itself. So there's one of those countries we're going to relocate to. Then I also had calls from several governors in Nigeria saying, you know, I think you should come and do this in this city. It'll never happen to you here, right? It may happen to you in Lagos, but it's not going to happen here. So we had 12 of those, right? So we're selecting 3. And we've been going through that process over the last 6 months. So we're going to have some diversification. We're going to diversify to 2 other African countries. We're going to go into 3 different states. We're going to move our Nigeria HQ location out of Lagos. And we're going to move our entire sort of events and tourism platform out of Nigeria. We're excited. The future is bright. You know, look, what happened was a disaster of serious proportions. But, you know, the truth is nobody died. You know, we've had disasters before. We've had challenges before. This maybe was the most publicly played out one.
This is a disaster of monumental proportion, and we are set to relocate our headquarters away from Lagos. That's the Landmark Africa CEO, Paul Onwuanibe, speaking following the senseless destruction of the Landmark Beach in Lagos State by the Tinubu-led administration because they wanted to build a coastal road project. However, the Landmark Africa has announced that the Landmark Group has secured a waterfront land in Port Harcourt in partnership with the Rivers State government to undertake the redevelopment of the once popular Port Harcourt tourist beach into a world-class leisure, hospitality and tourism destination. The statement continues. The Landmark Group, as a leading player in the leisure and tourism space, is excited by the opportunities presented by this mandate, which is poised to redefine tourism in Rivers State by providing a wide array of world-class leisure, lifestyle and hospitality offering appealing to diverse clientele, which will include families, fun seekers of all ages, the diaspora, local and international tourists, and of course the good people of Rivers State. The project will also have positive socio-economic impact in terms of direct and indirect employment, SME growth with supporting supply chain growth, as well as generation of diversified internally generated revenue. We are excited to create unmatchable and unforgettable leisure experiences in Port Harcourt by bringing our international expertise in providing services and local expertise from Lagos in providing waterfront leisure experience, said Paul Onwuanibe, CEO of Landmark Group. This project isn't just about transforming a once iconic resort, it is about building a legacy. It is also a commitment to showcase the best of Rivers State, driving socio-economic growth, and making the resort a must-visit iconic destination in Africa that Nigerians can proudly call their own. The Landmark Group is especially proud to partner with the Rivers State government in this endeavor and commends its professionalism and forward-thinking disposition to providing an enabling environment driven by a palpable desire to provide its citizenry with international standard leisure and tourism infrastructure. This partnership with Landmark Group underscores our commitment to transforming Rivers State into a leading destination for tourism and leisure in Africa. By enabling this bold and visionary project, we are not just creating a world-class tourist destination, we are also creating opportunities for our people, boosting our economy and showcasing the potential of our state to the world. Redevelopment works will start in the Q1 2025 with phase completions to be delivered starting as early as Q4 2025. The new resort, to be called the Landmark Portharcourt Leisure Resort, will be the first of 8 prime tourism destinations to be rolled out across West Africa, half in Nigeria, in the coming months and years, and is part of Landmark's broader vision to establish a network of iconic leisure destinations across the region, thus promoting intra-Africa tourism and collectively showcasing the region's tourism potential and appeal. This is a nice one. Lagos is not the only destination for investment in Nigeria. I've always reiterated, if the federal government wants investment to be diversified in this country, they should locate seaports and major international airports in other states in this country. Do this and you will see how Lagos State will completely decongest within few months. Let's talk about Paul Onwuanibe, Landmark Beach, and the demolition of Landmark Beach. Paul Onwuanibe is a foreign investor. He came into Nigeria in 2011 when Nigeria economy was booming under Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, when foreign investors were trooping into this country to invest their hard-earned money in Nigeria. After they came in and invested their money, Nigeria was rated the 3rd fastest growing economy in the world. Nigeria attracted foreign investors into this country because at that time Nigeria had a president who boosted the confidence of foreign investors, who made the environment conducive, who protected the interest and investment of foreign investors. But some misguided elements out of hate, out of tribalism, out of political affiliation felt Goodluck Ebele Jonathan was not doing the right thing, and they voted him out and gave the biggest economy in Africa and the 3rd fastest growing economy in the world to a failure, someone who knows nothing about economics and leadership, all because of tribal sentiment and hate. They gave Nigeria economy to APC and President Muhammadu Buhari. President Muhammadu Buhari came in, destroyed the economy, and rather than correcting the mistake they made in 2015, they continue in that same trajectory because of hate, because of tribalism, because of political affiliation. They handed over the economy to a person who was also nearing his retirement. Remember, President Muhammadu Buhari has already gone into retirement. They handed over the economy to him. The same way Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who was also nearing retirement, they handed over an economy that was destroyed by President Muhammadu Buhari to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Rather than salvaging that economy, rather than revamping the economy, rather than trying to make the economy to rebound, Bola Ahmed Tinubu destroyed the economy the more. Bola Ahmed Tinubu admitted that he inherited a battered economy, but the first thing he thought of doing is to build a coastal highway. The coastal highway was designed to run behind Landmark Beach, but because of personal interest, because of land grabbing, they redesigned the coastal highway to run through Landmark Beach. That means Landmark Beach is to be destroyed. In 2011, when Paul Onwuanibe came into Nigeria, he saw that Landmark Beach. It was a coastal wasteland. Paul Onwuanibe invested $30 million in that coastal wasteland and turned it to become Africa's most visited tourist center in Lagos. Landmark was an ecosystem of businesses. It has 4,000 workers employed by that ecosystem. A statement was made in the Bible. A pharaoh that do not know Joseph came. The same thing happened in Nigeria. A president that do not understand investment, a president that do not understand economics, a president that do not know what it means to protect the interests and businesses of investors became the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in 2023. and that president destroyed Landmark Africa by destroying Landmark Beach, because the Landmark Beach was the center of synergy of Landmark Africa. It was the beauty of Landmark Africa. They destroyed Landmark Africa without any compensation. They destroy Landmark Africa without the recourse of the effect it's going to have on the economy. A business worth $200 million, employing 4,000 Nigerians, was destroyed because of personal affiliation. Today, that business is set to close her operation in Nigeria and move over to a place that it feels more conducive and safer to invest in. That is over $200 million investment leaving the shore of this country. That is over $200 million investment leaving a battered economy. Remember, Nigeria GDP was $500 billion as of when APC took over power. But today, Nigerian GDP is $199 billion. What this means is that APC saw a 60% decline of our GDP ever since they took over onto power. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is responsible for the most of the decline of our GDP. Some of you are out there defending this government. Some of you are still defending Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Let me ask you a very important question. What exactly are you defending Bola Ahmed Tinubu for? What exactly are you defending APC for? They are telling you and promising you that the economy is going to rebound. The question you should be asking yourself is, to what extent is the economy going to rebound? Is the GDP going to hit $1 trillion economy? That should be the hallmark, because APC made the economy at $500 billion. They've taken it to $199 billion. So if they take the economy back to $200 billion or $300 billion, Nigeria is still at its worst. Even if they took it to $600 billion, Nigeria is still at its worst. We would have far superseded that figure if Goodluck Ebele Jonathan was allowed to continue. But because of your hatred, because of your tribalism, because of your religious party sentiment, you allow a man that was fixing the economy, a man that was making your life and that of your future generation better, go in place of people that do not understand what economics and leadership is all about, and you are hell-bent on defending them. When Landmark Beach was about to be destroyed, most of you defended it. Most of you supported the ideas because you felt the man was an Igbo man. Of course, he's an Igbo man, and we are talking about an Igbo man that has over $200 million investment in Nigeria. Today, he's taking away that investment out of the shore of this country. The economy has tanked. Our naira has devalued. Inflation is at all-time high. Your purchasing power has greatly reduced. The price of food items and commodities has skyrocketed. There is inflation of over 33%. Interest rate is at all-time high. Who is suffering the brunt? Is it Paul Onwuanibe or you? Tell me how much you are paying for your transportation. Tell me how much you pay to buy fuel. Tell me how much you pay to feed yourself. Who exactly is suffering the brunt of this government administration? You. But the same you, in your 30s, in your 40s, you are supporting a government that is not making life meaningful for you. You are supporting a government that is destroying your own life. You are supporting a government that is taking care of the politicians ahead of you. Are you really captured slave? Are you in love with your chains? What most of you do not understand, that the implication of that demolition will not only affect Landmark Beach, it will derail the confidence of investors to come into Nigeria and invest. Investment is the cornerstone of economic growth. It provides the capital needed to create jobs. It develops infrastructure and drive innovation. When Landmark Beach came into that coastal wasteland, you saw how that area was developed. That is what investment does to any economy and the country. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been trocketing around the globe looking for foreign investors. How many investors has he been able to attract into the country? How many foreign direct investment has been attracted into the country ever since Bola Ahmed Tinubu took over power? Which foreign investors would like to come into the country where the president wake up one day and decided to demolish a $200 million investment? No investor will like to take such risks. That is the reason why Nigeria economy keep falling down. Do you know the number of foreign investors that have left the shore of this country ever since Bola Ahmed Tinubu took over? From the time of APC to the time of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, 18 foreign investors have winded up their business and left the shore of this country. Most of them are exiting Nigeria and they are heading to other African countries. Nigeria economy used to be #1 economy in Africa, but today Nigeria economy is rated at #5 in Africa. What a shame. This all happened because you choose to vote in tribalism, you choose to vote in party affiliation, you choose to vote in religious sentiment ahead of competent and selfless leaders that will fix our economy. And you are the one suffering the brunt of your electoral decision. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.